advocates say there's more to be done, like keeping this history alive. In August, the first ever Connecticut Witch Trials Festival was held on Pratt Street to do just that.
These people were put to death for just being different. That's why we wanted to have the festival. We wanted to bring more knowledge for people, because when you say, hey, did you hear about the Connecticut? Nobody knows, but you say Salem, everybody knows.
During the season when witches are top of mind, also keeping in mind the history of what can happen when things get out of hand.
It's not so much that history repeats itself, it's that human nature responds to crises in very similar ways. And in times of crisis, it's natural to turn to the underdogs in society, the people easy to scapegoat.
And in present day, we see certain groups, immigrants, being scapegoated, lies being told about them with actual harmful consequences.
And I think we always learn a lesson from what happens. The witchcraft trials in Connecticut and elsewhere targeted the poor, they targeted women, not exclusively, but mostly. They focused on evidence that was very speculative, if not actually spectral, and evidence that today would, of course, no longer be accepted in a court of law.
Or the fact that Connecticut didn't bother to exonerate victims of witch trials until last year. What happened that made them suddenly decide to address this? You know, I've always assumed the women we murdered in the 1600s were guilty of witchcraft, but then I saw Barbie. And about halfway through that America Ferrera speech, I thought, oh shit, the witches! We should really get on that.